And we are live Wednesday night with those guys.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Same old thing.
Same old thing. It's not the same old thing. I just got your alert that we are live on Wednesday nights with those guys.
Uh-huh. So, how's everything? How was your day?
My day was like every Wednesday. I have to rush home to do the live stream. And when I started working with this dude, I remember telling you that he agreed to get me home. I said, it's imperative I be home before 5 o'clock. And he was like, yeah, I'll get you home in time. And like I mentioned before, the first 3 times he was getting me home 4:15, 4:30. I had time to run around and do things. Then it started going to a quarter to 5. Then it started getting at 5 minutes to 5. Then last week he let me out the car at 5. As you was like, did you get the link yet? Did you get the link? And I had got the link. I just wasn't going live in his junky car.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I need to get to your page.
Well, you know what I was going to tell you about that with the whole thing we were talking about last week with YouTube and going live from Zoom. Yeah. What I noticed is that with the way I schedule mine and when I open up the
hey Jackson,
when I open up the live stream, it opens up the window automatically on YouTube.
It does. It does open up the window automatically, but the window that you were sitting in is the one that's in limbo.
No, look, this is the same window. It's showing me us live on YouTube. I never closed the window. I never went anywhere. Hey, how you doing, Roger?
Roger, what's good?
See,
come on in, gobble, gobble, gobble.
Oh, you sent Roger a link? Because
no, but I could.
Okay, send him a link.
I could. I would love for the Godfather to come on in here.
I sent the link to Paul and I sent one to Val. I hope they got it.
Well, if not, the show must go on.
Oh yeah.
As you see, I'm a little animated tonight. You know why?
Why?
Because after the live stream, I'm gonna start drinking.
Well.
Roger, I'm sending you one now. Give me a minute, brother. Link, LINK.
Well, hey, Jay, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving.
Santiago, happy Turkey Day to you all.
John, happy Thanksgiving, brother. How you doing? How are you?
Is that Drips FPV? is that my man Drips FPV?
Ron, happy Thanksgiving. How are you?
Ron, N9. Hey, what's up? Big John, what's good? Jackson RC, J Santiago, Rigor Mortis, how are you guys? And welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And if you're wondering why I'm a little animated tonight, it's because this is how I'm bringing in the new year, animated.
That's right.
If you don't like what I gotta say, in the movie they say, beep, beep, pay me.
Cool Vic. Hey, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, Lawrence, as long as I've known you, you've never been shy about anything.
You know what? You know what, Paul? Happy Thanksgiving, but I'm going to tell you, I moved to Harlem, okay? When I moved to Harlem, I was just shy, quiet boy from what I thought was the suburbs. According to Herman, I don't live in the suburbs, but I'd like to believe I do.
According to New York City, you don't.
Okay, well, I moved to Harlem. I was quiet and shy, and after 7 years, I came out of Harlem, and people were like, "Did you go into the military? What happened to you?" Because I was quiet. I didn't speak up on things. You could do stuff, and I wouldn't really respond. Now you do something, I'll grab you in your collar and shake you like a rag doll.
Hey, Mr. Crawley, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving.
Mr. Crawley, cool Bick. You guys, who's coming in here so I can send them invites? And I got to get you, Herman, a list, an email of everyone's email.
Of all the people you send these links to, I send links to Paul and because that's whose email I have.
let me put Ray. I'll send you one first, and then Mr. Crawley, I'll send you one second. And I sent one to Justin. So it's I know he gets off work at 5 o'clock, and it's hard for him to on Wednesdays to make it, but we'll see. Mr. Crawley, Roger, I sent you that link if you want to come in as well and join this Thanksgiving Eve live stream.
We don't have any turkey to go around, but I'm quite sure Paul will probably find some.
Actually, I'm going to have throughout sometime during the next 2 hours, I'm going to have some Thanksgiving brownies.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You know what, John? You know what? No. Okay. Before we bring Big John on here, I have to put a disclaimer out there. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. And that applies to everyone. Mr. Crawley can't come in for a half hour. He can only come in for a half hour, whatever is appreciated. John, send me your email on Messenger and Facebook, and I'll get at you. Big John is from here in New York. He's a great pilot. If you think I'm animated tonight, well, he's on Red Bull and steroids. All right, but he's mad cool. He's been dying to get on here, but wait. What the hell happened to my join a meeting, sign in?
Who? What happened?
Oh. Wait a minute. Leave meeting, cancel. What's going on here?
What are you doing?
I lost.
Somebody didn't like your views.
I lost my Zoom window or something.
Herman?
Can you guys still see me?
Yeah, we can see and hear you.
Okay, it says sign in. Sign in with.
Look on the side of your screen. You see a little window on the side?
No, now it says return to a meeting. What had happened, I literally closed it out as if I was about to end the meeting.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
Suffering
Happening, gentlemen.
How are you? Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
John, what's up, man? I don't see nothing on Messenger, Holmes.
I actually have tonight, I'm going to be bolting out in about a half hour because my son's coming home from college and I haven't seen him in months. And we're going to have dinner. We're going to have some pizzas together.
What Sean has to do is
Okay, no problem, Roger.
calm down and not be the wild man that he is.
Drone shots, what's up?
Drone shots. What's good, man?
John, I'm waiting for you to send me your email and Messenger, dude.
Hey, Joan Shots.
Send your email, John.
Hadley, I got the props. Thank you.
Hadley's in here. Hadley's famous. Listen, you need to give Hadley a blue wrench.
What's up, drone shot?
You got to give Hadley a blue wrench. John, if John's coming on, you got to give him a blue wrench.
Well, is John coming on?
I'm waiting to see. I haven't heard a ding dong from
That was
Facebook.
good.
What didn't you hear, Lawrence?
Ding dong.
Uh-oh.
It was more like
on
you
Facebook
said.
too?
Hey, Sean Geeks Vana.
Geeks Vana's in there.
Hey, Geeks of
You know, I know you want him to have an invite
Yep.
because Geeks Vana put out a video
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
If you not a subscriber or supporter of his channel and you don't have the bell clicked, I ain't telling you what it's about.
That's right.
That's how I'm living.
You know what?
I have the bell clicked and I didn't get a message today. There's no way that I don't have the bell clicked.
So if you don't have Geeks Vana as a supporter or you're not supporting him,
Need to follow him. Yep.
I wanted to ask him a
I
couple
am.
questions about the
you
last
will all.
time he was
Hey,
on.
Phantom Flight, you want to hear something funny?
What?
Check this out. I got to resubscribe to you.
That's what I'm saying. This is Friday.
What kind of bull is that?
Okay. Well,
I just resubscribed to you. Dude.
well, check this
Right
out.
Everybody
here,
hit that like
online.
button too. There's 12 people watching, only 3 likes.
Online.
Here's what
You
I'd
know
like.
what?
Lawrence, listen to me. Here's what I'd like. I'd like to have Sean, if he can come in, because I want to ask him a couple of questions.
I sent him.
question. About we were talking about the last
Oh, here we go. Go ahead. What were
because
you saying?
what is going on now is what I'm hearing is that the FAA is going to be taking our feedback on that that app that DJI is coming out with. That app is not really something that DJI came up with.
Right.
It's something that's going to be mandated by.
It's a third party, isn't it?
No, the FAA wants this, and the FAA is going to be taking feedback on that, on how that app should be produced, because what it's going on, from what I'm understanding, is that all the manufacturers have to do it.
You know what? I'm for it.
Because you have other drones that also, you know, we got to remember that you have drones that, you know, they're talking about putting transponders and these things to identify on the drones, but your drone doesn't, your older drones don't have that.
Right. Right.
So
now,
this is a way for them to be able to identify them. One, but what I was listening to was that the FAA is supposed to be taking feedback on it, and I don't know when and where. So
okay, that's interesting. Did you swallow a squirrel or something?
No, I told you I was tired. I've been running around doing.
Oh, it sounds like you're coming down with something. Maybe you swallowed a squirrel or something.
Face looks
good.
Huh?
What happened?
What happened, Crawley? I didn't hear.
Are you sick?
Who?
Oh,
Are you sick?
No.
he swallowed a squirrel.
Oh, it's a squirrel?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but happy Thanksgiving to everybody here. Hadley, did you give Hadley a blue wrench?
No.
Jackson RC Aviation. How you doing again?
You should give Hadley a blue wrench. He's one of those guys. At least on Sunday nights he is.
You know what?
Anyway, listen.
And this is a rule that you started. Now, if I start giving out blue wrenches to guys that didn't come on the stream, what's going to happen is everyone's going to expect to get a blue wrench because they come into.
Oh, so okay.
You understand? I have nothing against giving Hadley a blue wrench, but if I gave Hadley a blue wrench right now, you know what is going to happen? This thing will light up with everybody. Where's my blue wrench? Where's my blue wrench?
No.
Understandable.
Sure, it would.
It would, Mr. Crawley. Surprisingly, some people actually do come in, but they do know that. See, his drone shot. Where's mine? LOL. All right, I understand completely, but I'm sitting here.
No,
I'm just undercover.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Me.
You? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. Boof. I'm gone.
Okay.
But I am here.
Where is he? Where did he go? Oh my God.
His face turned into a blue logo.
He's invisible.
Hey, Mr. Crawley.
Hello.
Wait a minute. This must be John coming in.
Yeah.
You got to cut your camera on, dude. In the lower, you got to cut your camera on, and you got to cut your microphone on. Make sure your mic is on. He's coming, calling. Nope. Say something.
Something.
Check.
Yeah, we can hear you. But we can't see you. You got to cut your camera on.
All right, I'm still going through the whole process over here. I did the one tap mobile. What's next?
In the bottom left corner, it's the camera settings.
Is he on his phone?
He's on his phone. You have to pull up the settings in the phone.
Oh boy.
FPV coming out tonight. FPV life is rough.
Okay.
You want to know what, Hadley? You are 100% right about that.
I'm not going anywhere, sweetheart.
You may have a bunch of stuff open because I think you had to download the app.
Oh, that's what I have to do. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a Zoom app that you have to download, and then click on the email and come back in. All right.
You see the good thing with Zoom you can do?
What happened?
You can kick people out.
Yeah, you can.
That's pretty cool. I'm like, oh, I don't know why they sent me a message about it.
Oh yeah, once you remember. So Paul, what's up? How are you, and what are you doing for Turkey Day?
I've been busting my butt for the last 3 days getting Christmas lights up.
Jackson RC says he's here to learn from us all. Well, Jackson RC, if you can come away from any of our live stream, any of those guys' live streams, and have picked up a little something, whether it be FPV,
Cool.
mostly drone related, I'm very happy. Every now and then we tend to go squirrel and look to the right, but we try to stay on course.
Yeah, baby, because
Jackson
our credit
RC
cards are over
Aviation has a lot of people, a lot of planes and jets and stuff like that.
Hey, John, hang up this
Yeah.
call and then
Yeah, I'm
install Zoom. And after you install Zoom, then once you click on the email, your Zoom will activate.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Anyway,
Well, yeah.
that's Big John from here in New York. You'll be glad to know, Paul, that man should be arrested for the way he flew his Spark. When he came back, the batteries were bubbling. No, John was the first person I'd ever seen fly a Spark as far as do a distance test on a Spark.
Wow.
Mr. Crawley, you stupid.
You need help.
He's got issues. But anyway, it's Wednesday night. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm all amped up because the reason I'm amped up is I told Herman that after the show, I'm going drinking.
Dear Lawrence, I got one for you that is going to surprise you. And you're going to say to yourself, really?
What?
Well, there's been some upgrades to Lance. Yeah, they've added some new airports.
I had saw they add about 4 or 6, 4 to 6 airports.
If I tell you one of the airports that they added, you are going to laugh.
What are they?
Newark.
Really?
Yeah, it's just been added.
Yeah, you're right. Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just been added.
Newark Airport has just been added.
Did you believe that, Paul? The amount of traffic that goes in there. It's like it's the other airport we have a problem with.
Yes. In fact, when I pull up Flight Radar 24 and I zoom out, I can see JFK, I can see LaGuardia. Now Newark is in another state, and this app is so good, it lets you zoom out very far and you can see Newark. I had no idea that they weren't a part of Lance, though.
But certain places you fly in Staten Island, you can see the planes taking off at the airport.
Yeah, from Newark Airport, which is interesting. I would have never known. Oh, Drone Shots is asking, has the wind gotten to you yet, Paul? I think he had asked you and you had walked away.
You know what?
On the Mini?
No, the wind.
Wind.
Over there, the storm.
Wind. Oh, yeah, we had 45, 50-mile-an-hour gusts.
That's what we're supposed to be getting tomorrow.
Because it's coming.
That is going to happen, huh?
It's starting to pick up already.
Yeah. It's going to happen because Paul just went through it, and already for the last 2 days, they've been talking about canceling the balloons at the parade. Now, the last time that they didn't cancel it because of wind gust, one hit a street lamp and it fell on people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Glass off. It had a big glass thing that came down.
But that's why now they have the other way of doing it where they walk them down the street.
Right.
So what you do is you hook them to a couple of Big Mac trucks.
Right, that's what they're gonna do. Connect. They'll tie it to the float, and they have the handlers, and it'll just sit right above over the street.
They did say that each balloon will have its own anemometer. Anemometer.
Now, let me tell you.
I had to be careful before I said something vulgar.
Lawrence, let me give you a little fact about those lampposts on that strip.
They're all historic. They're landmarks.
No, listen to me. They've made those lampposts so that you just pull the pin and turn it.
Oh, get out of here. That's what they used to do. You know what?
So they don't get in the way of the balloon coming down the street.
No, it's funny you say that because one Thanksgiving I had went with my daughter when she was younger to take her to Macy's. Macy's has a big Christmas window display.
Get in there with the parade going on.
And that day that we went, all of the street lamps were over the street. And I realized they do their shows and their dance acts and all of that in front of Macy's. And then they open the doors to Macy's and everyone goes shopping. Well, while watching that, I'm like, those are fake street lamps because they were all facing towards the building. But now that you say that, that makes a lot of sense.
You know how I know this? See, New York City is a union town. And for them to put that parade on, they got to get us to come and turn the lampposts.
Right.
That's awesome.
Okay, so they hired, hey, what's up, Steve Carpenter?
So they get the local guys to
so they get the electricians to go in and turn the lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it's funny you say that because it made me flash back to thinking that they were fake. Huh?
Remember the balloon knocked the head off the lamppost.
Yeah.
How did you get into Macy's during the parade?
Parade.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, not during the parade.
Oh,
I used to.
I could see them tossing you up out of there.
No, I used to work. No, I used to work for Macy's out in Long Island.
That crowd is so big, Paul.
Macy's employees got on that block, but you wasn't getting in the building.
The store.
No, I used to work for them, man. Okay.
Maybe from down by Foot Locker, you could see the store.
Really?
And Macy's employees can't get on the block. They can get on the block, but they can't get near the bandstand. They set up a bandstand for about 300 people in front of Macy's in the middle of the street. And then it's a stage where all of the parades and everything goes past Macy's there. That's like the primo spot because you have people doing plays and all kinds of stuff while they're waiting for the rest of the parade to come down. They're partying there. And as a Macy's employee, you used to be able, they would say, come on, you're an employee. You can come on to 34th Street. Well, 34th Street, there's no access for anyone. But you could get on the block. You just couldn't get near the bandstand to see anything. You had people like this in front of you lined up. You would see Lawrence, the floats and stuff when they came by.
I think Saigon sent you a personal message there.
Okay, Saigon. Good evening, everyone. Thanksgiving. If you drink, don't fly drone. Well, I'm drinking later on. I'm drinking later on tonight. I'm gonna let you know.
Lawrence, that reminded me that time we were in Atlantic City, and I was like, you know, the wind is so calm. Too bad we not flying.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was
Lawrence, you need to connect to your computer and then run the DJI Assistant app. That will fix my problem.
Ooh.
Okay, running the DJI Assistant app. You're saying redo the firmware, right? I did that already, Saigon. I did redo the firmware, but if you're saying do it, I will try it again. But my drone goes, I have an issue with my Phantom 4 Pro. When I take off, as soon as I'm like maybe a foot off the ground to 2 feet off the ground, it shoots to the right, like I go full throttle to the right.
Wow.
Yeah, and now,
that's not good.
No, because when the first time I noticed it, Herman and I were at Croton Gorge Dam, that dam that we talk about flying through and stuff. And I had it on a table, on a picnic table, and Herman had put his down on a mat, and I went to take off, and I started my props manually, and I went up in the air, maybe about 2 feet off the table, and it just went all the way to the right. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And what was messed up about it, I was pulling to the left and it was still going to the right. And also, every time I cut my Phantom 4 Pro on, I cut the controller on, and I cut the drone on. My drone, I have to recalibrate it every time before I fly.
Well, here's a test. If you can find, maybe Herman will do it, maybe he won't.
Okay.
But if you take your Phantom 4 and take Herman's controller, link them together and see if it does it when you use his controller and takes off.
Hey Ray, I sent you an invite.
That's a good idea, because I was wondering if his problem wasn't in his controller.
Yep.
Because of the calibration issue that it keeps coming up.
Right.
I'm wondering every time it thinks that the stick is linked that way. You know what I mean?
Right. But what it does, it asks me to calibrate the sticks. Now, here's something weird, because I've calibrated controllers before. The first function is to move them in a wide range of circles, all the way around in a full circle, correct? Then the second one is to calibrate the left button and then the right button. It doesn't do that. It lets me calibrate in a circle. It lets me calibrate the left button, which is the tilt to the camera, and then it stops and says done.
Okay.
And the beeping stops, and I can cut my drone on and I can connect. But as soon as I pull that battery out of that drone, I have to go through that again to fly.
Well, I would say the process of elimination, if you used Herman's controller or somebody else's, linked it to your bird.
And I'll know if it's the bird or the controller.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Ray says, I know what the problem is. Well, Ray, we sent you an invite. Or if you're entertaining and can't get on camera, which I kind of understand too. Well, it is Thanksgiving Eve. You might be with the missus and
if he entertaining, I don't know why he's on those guys.
Good point. Very good point. Needs a full system reset, calibrate everything like new. You know, I thought about that, Hadley. I thought about resetting the firmware. I thought about someone sent me
that's what I told
a message. John messaged me. Having issues on my phone. My apologies. Trying to figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna work with John on this.
Tell John to just download
I think he has, the problem is he probably has an iPhone.
Oh, there you go.
If it was Android, you wouldn't be having these problems.
Yeah.
Tell him to throw it away and start over.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Mr. Crowley, you're a wild man, I'll tell you.
What's going on, guys?
Gobble, gobble, fellas. Gobble,
Happy
gobble.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving
listen,
to you,
I had that same problem like about a year or so ago. What's happening now, the right stick, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Everybody got to know that. Most people, we all right-handed who fly these drones. You put a lot of stress on that right stick. The mechanism in the controller is starting to wear out. You're going to have to replace the whole guts inside there.
So that's even though I calibrate it like that, that'll explain why when I take off, it's pulling to the right, and I'm not touching the stick.
It's gonna work for a second, then it's gonna disconnect the controller. You're gonna have to calibrate again because it's not gonna stay linked.
The other day, I was at the beach with Herman trying it out, and I was flying okay. Then all of a sudden,
for the right stick,
but all of a sudden, Ray, it went like this, like I was flying straight. Then all of a sudden, it turned to the right, but I was still moving forward like that. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't do that. So,
you know what? Here's my thought is, Lawrence has got them bionic fingers. He probably broke the controller.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
Yeah, he probably leaned too hard on it.
My nephew already calls me the joystick killer because I go through Xbox controllers like.
Bingo!
You just killed your controller.
Yeah.
What happened?
You just killed your controller.
Dude, I'm ever so nice with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going like this, clap, all the way to the side.
You started the show telling us how you approach things now full on. There's no just nicey.
You would have heard that part, wouldn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I
did. What's up, Sean?
On the screen.
Hey guys.
Saigon, I recalibrated my IMU 2 times. I recalibrated the gimbal, but that was a different issue. Herman explained that to me. I just hadn't flown my bird in so long. But when I take off and this thing shoots to the right, or I'm flying straight and all of a sudden it turns to the right or turns to the left, I'm like, something's wrong here.
That could also be in your stick too.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Ray said it's probably starting to short out. But I'm I'm very gentle with my Phantom 4 controllers. The racing drone, I maybe go click, click, click.
That's gonna happen.
Huh?
What also has happened too, Lawrence? You say you gentle on it, but you do a lot of hand catching. So when you do a lot of hand catching, you put a lot more force on that stick, the right stick. Trust me.
Tension.
A lot of tension when you hand catching. You putting a lot of stress on that right stick.
Well, not really, because I'm only pulling, if I usually hand catch with my right and I pull down on the left to stop the motors. You see what I'm saying?
Or you pull down on the left.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
switch controllers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you
have
still,
to.
like you just said, you're a controller killer. So
I'm gonna have to go to Herman.
Yeah,
I'm
from
gonna
the
have to.
cut to the corner when you.
yeah,
I don't fly like that, man. Stop it.
yo, just hit up Twan, hit up Twan, Twan, order the part. I think the part is like $22 for the part.
Lawrence
$15
is
for the
known in
part.
New York as Mr. Yank and Bank, right?
No, I just. You want
You
to know what?
Back in the day, Lawrence went into the arcade and the stick on the game was
Folded it.
messed up. That's what you're doing from the constant back to
Pac-Man,
the corner,
the Pac-Man joystick with the ball on it.
That might be.
from going in and out of the tunnel.
That might be. And you want to know what? Hey, Sean, we're not ignoring you. They're
Oh,
just.
no,
picking,
I'm cool. You
They're just
carry on.
picking now.
You
But
carry on, sir.
you know what? Now that I think about it, I can show you two joysticks, two joysticks. And if my nephew found this out, he would never let me hear the end of it. 'Cause he already calls me the joystick killer.
What's his phone number, Lawrence?
Don't worry, Lawrence. I'll tell him.
Hold on.
Hey, Sean, I wanted to ask you a question. Remember the topic we were talking about, remote ID, last week? Or
Yes, sir.
I do, yes.
there was something I was listening to where they were talking about the FAA is going to be taking feedback from, I guess, the public.
That's right. That's right.
The public or drone pilots, people in the drone.
It's going to be put out to comment, so it will be the general public. Nice Gears of War controller there, by the way.
Yeah, but the button's off. The button, did you see this flapping around?
You
But I
can
talked
actually
about
fix that.
that.
You can actually fix that.
I
There's,
am.
oh, cool.
I get insurance on
Nice.
them, and when I break them, I take them back.
The best way. But yeah, I believe it's in December, Herman, the
Okay.
public.
December the 2nd or something?
It isn't. Yeah, that's right, Paul. It isn't public consultation because they don't want it to sound like they're consulting. It is public comment, basically. And I think it's going to be more on which type of system do you want to see rather than necessarily anything else.
Well, it's coming out regardless of what we think.
Yeah.
And I personally don't have really a problem with it. The only problem that I may have with it is I'm still not good with the broadcasting of the drone pilot's location.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just switched to my video over there. There you go. Sorry, so I didn't have all those messy graphics on there. Well, the video that I put out today, actually, which is called "The Truth About Remote ID," actually dispels those rumors. Even the FAA's own report says they're not going to have everybody see everything.
Okay.
It's only going to be law enforcement or any other authorized personnel by the FAA who will be able to see anything that brings you down to a personal level. To be fair to the committee, the report's in the link of my video, but it actually shows the committee report back from 2017. And one of their main points, to be fair to them, was that drone pilots' privacy and security must be respected as an absolute definite, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is good to hear, isn't it? It's good to hear they're going to, look after the security of things. Because it is a worry for people. People don't want their drones being stolen.
Okay, we got Big John in here,
Now
but
John's
his
got
audio is not on.
He's got video, but no audio.
We
Sign
got
language.
video, but no audio.
Does John know sign language? Oh no, he's got audio. We haven't. Okay.
I do. Oh, I better not.
Nice.
I know I used to know the
Skills.
alphabet. I used to know the alphabet. A, B,
Make my thumb disappear.
C, E.
I know a few as well, but it might cause demonetization.
I know sign language. Look.
Mr. I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Crowley, if anything else, you are consistent, my friend.
Thank you very much. I
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
We got
We can
more.
always count on you. John was here. Now he's back.
He's there, but
Say something now.
What's going on, guys?
okay,
What's
how
up,
you
man?
doing?
It sounds like you're sounds like
I'm
you're
on the
underwater.
show with those guys.
Everyone,
What's up?
Mr.
Murray, what's going on, brother?
Before we go any further,
finally meet you, Papito.
Before we go any further, the views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. There we go.
100%.
Hey, can we do a drop before I go?
Yes, let's do a drop real quick, John. First time on, you know how to do it, right?
Oh, you're leaving us?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can only stay temporarily.
Okay, man.
Desmond Saunders, how are you?
Ready, Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys.
Yeah.
Those of you who don't know Big John, he's a pilot from here in New York. He sometimes, you may get the impression that he drinks a lot of Red Bull and stuff
John,
like
what's up,
that,
brother?
but he's like
What's
that
up, brother?
naturally. He's naturally like that.
Yeah, I like his Facebook streams on the Those Guys Facebook group. They're very cool.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you he's all over Facebook. You guys,
What's up, John? What's going on, man?
He does have
everything is good, man. I'm actually on my way home from running errands with the family. It's now 5:34 and I'm still not home yet. So you know how it is, family life.
That feels.
Yeah, it's called domestication.
I know how that feel. I was told to leave this stuff alone and deal with your family.
So, Sean, I was just letting everyone know that if they are not supporting your channel, they should, because you came out with a very interesting video today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And even though I didn't comment like I usually do, I was at work checking it out. So I heard somebody and I had to hurry up and put it in my pocket.
I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. It was a slight worry because it's 9.5 minutes, which is a very long video for me.
Thank you, Mr. Crawley. Have a very good Thanksgiving, brother. You and your family.
See you, Mr. C. Have a great one.
John.
Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. For
Happy
those
Thanksgiving, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
OG Ray, what's up, OG?
Big John, it was nice meeting you.
What's up, Big John, baby?
Ray,
Likewise,
guys,
my brother.
everybody be good.
All right, Mr. Crowley.
Well, John may be changing his name soon, his YouTube name soon, because he started flying FPV. So his name is Drips FPV, DRIPZ FPV. So
I couldn't clean my boogers. I couldn't clean them. I couldn't.
He was flying. I'm trying to teach him how to fly FPV. And he was dripping. I said, yo, that's your FPV name, Drips.
Yeah. My first day with the goggles, I didn't want to do nothing, messed up. I didn't want to drop the drone, so my hand stood on the remote control, and the boogers was coming down the nose. I couldn't stop it. Yo, Herman, I couldn't even go like this, bro.
John, that's a chronic issue when it comes to flying. It's funny because I first got a drone when it was winter, and I started flying in the winter, and I always had that problem. I was like, this is miserable, man.
I tell you, but you know what?
At least you can hover.
You can let go the remote control. You can hover.
But not with a racing drone.
You got to search for tissue now, and
now you gotta put a tissue above your nose and tie it up.
And that's it. I can put a piece of time
John,
right there before
I got the perfect thing. You know how they have the mask, the winter mask?
There you go.
Tissue, big tissue ball. Big tissue ball right here. To catch all the mocha. To catch all the mocha, right? See? Right. Then you put the mask on like this.
See, Herm, you gotta do all that. I ain't flying none of those things, right, Herm? Nah, I'm good.
You know what?
Oh, true story. Yo, my
Indigo
wife
Rhino.
a good
What's
idea,
up,
guys? She said that for my first FPV, my first FPV video, I should use Cardi B's music. Her song is called Drippin'. Drip, drip. That's what you use. Drips.
Okay.
My God, I'm hot, man.
Look at Paul.
See, boy, like this. That's me, Papito. That's all me, Papi. This is normal.
Everything I
tell you guys. They can tell you this is normal.
Looks like Lawrence is over there getting scolded.
I know how it is, dude. I got mine earlier. OG Ray, what it is, Papito?
you know.
Hey, Big John, I got a question.
The grub and the oven up there, you know what I'm saying?
Businesses related rentals.
Yeah,
What do they rent?
Luxury apartments and condominiums.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, this company is the company that made the Hudson Yards.
Cool.
Yeah, here in Manhattan. If you've
Here
ever seen
in Manhattan,
the Hudson Yards, have you seen them?
They had to move the Copa years ago. Now it's Hudson Yards.
Yeah. Yeah, right. True story. You know how many different places the Copa has been already, man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I done worked in 2 places already.
You know, a lot of people don't even know that one.
Hey guys, for those
they've been in a lot of places.
But those who are outside of New York who don't know what the Hudson Yards are, this is where the Hudson Yards are. These are pretty much pictures.
It's beautiful
of the Hudson
The
Yard.
old heads, it's the old Copa.
Yeah, this is a view from it. This is a big view from it from right here on the right side. The train yard there. Aren't they actually going to cover that up and build over it now?
What?
The Hudson Yard.
No.
I was under the impression that they were supposed to do that. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even share them. I'm showing you guys and you guys can't see Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was waiting for the pictures.
Yeah. I'm looking at pictures and I'm describing them, but this is the Hudson Yards here.
It's great, dude. It's great. As a matter of fact, they're gonna be the owners of one of the tallest outside observatories in the world. If you look at that building, the tall building right there with the peak at the top, like a little triangle.
Yeah, that's a 1,000-foot lookout.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly 1,000-foot lookout. Could you imagine if you
have you seen
Could
it?
you imagine if you could take off from there with a drone?
Haven't, not yet.
Oh my God,
Lawrence, have you seen it though?
I mean, I haven't been up there yet.
I saw the view from up there. When you walk out,
I wouldn't go out there if you paid me. I would not go out there if you paid me.
It'll fall because the way the glass is just. The glass is at the end.
There's glass underneath, and the glass on the floor. There's a spot that's open. There's glass.
Exactly, Paul. When you go out on the platform, it just looks like there's glass, and the glass that's up blends into everything. So it looks like it's this giant platform out there with no glass.
That's out.
Hey, Lawrence.
But there's also a piece on the floor. There's glass, and you can look straight down.
Yeah, the glass to the floor is glass too.
Lawrence, I think we would all pay to watch you go out on that.
I wouldn't go out.
I'd catch a heart attack.
Hold on. Mistake number 1. Thinking that I would even go up in the building to go that high, to go out there.
That's why we own birds
up there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll look out any window
inside the building.
Right. I'll look out any window where I know you can't bust a window with a chair. I'll look out through that glass. But I'm not going out on no observation deck.
Lawrence,
this is why we own birds, bro, so that we don't have to go up that high. We can send the birds to do so.
That's the movie.
We stay on the floor.
But it's kind of entertaining to watch Lawrence, the sweat just start pouring off him.
Just by thinking about it, right?
See,
he's thinking about it, sitting there, and it's like, oh yeah, he goes like this a couple times.
You know what's funny though, Lawrence? I was in Best Buy one day, right? I had my drone with me, and I went in there to get some stuff, and this guy was in there. He's looking at the drones, and he said he's like, you know, I'm interested in one of these. I was like, get that one right there, and he was like, why should I get that one? I was like, well, I have that one. I think it's a pretty good drone. So he goes, how high can those things go? I was like, I don't know how high you wanted to go. He goes, because I see them buzzing by me while I'm at work. I was like, well, where do you work at? He goes, I'm an iron worker. I'm working on Hudson Yards, and I see them buzzing by every day.
Right. Now, keep in mind, this dude is a couple of 100 stories up in the air, 90 stories in the air. And every day, the skyscrapers that they build in Manhattan, they make it a prerequisite to go up a floor a day. So you got to figure if this guy is 90 stories, 85, 100 stories in the air, and he's seeing drones go by on a regular, like you see taxis on the ground.
They try. You can't go but 3 floors over the built floor. Or
Right, it'll crumble in. They have to let it sit.
You can't go but 3 floors over the built floors.
Hold on, let me see. Images. What's the name of that building with the platform? Hudson Yard platform?
Look for the Hudson Yards Observatory.
Yeah, that thing.
Observation deck. Hudson Yard observation deck. And the reason I want to show you this is because this picture is a picture of the guys working on it, right? Hold on, let me share. Because I'm sitting here talking.
It's beautiful, man. It is a beautiful.
This is a picture of them working on it on the right-hand side there. Okay, now you see the glass. If you look closely, you can't see the glass. So imagine walking, and it's exactly 1,000 feet.
And that's the same.
This is their observation deck.
Right, that's the retaining wall right there.
Oh my God!
Now, see, Paul, I want to point out. You see what she's doing right there in the corner?
Yeah.
My heart would have stopped. I'd be dead. They would be carrying me off.
Lawrence, you're such a wild man. I thought you would climb up and sit on the corner up there.
There's reasons why I fly drones. Okay. Now look, you can lay on the ground and take a picture like this. Take a selfie. Exactly 1,000 feet up in the air.
How about the way they did it in the image, the computer image?
That's pretty dope.
But this is the deck, and that's the floor from below.
Oh yeah,
where you can actually walk out on it. So it's like really crazy.
So bad.
Hey Sean, quick question, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Would you go out on this observation deck?
I was just talking to my other half about this because I'm not good with heights. She would, I wouldn't. No chance.
Here it is. Here's a picture.
As you
this
said,
these are
doing well to get me
generated.
up that building, let alone out there.
These people
look
are
at the
computer
floor.
generated, but
why have they put a window in the floor? Come on.
So you
want to know
why?
You
can see straight down, dude.
So you can look straight down.
Why?
So you can look straight down.
I wouldn't even go up the Empire State Building when we went to New York.
Here's a better
to go up alone.
Let me go.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
I could have put the thing over there.
Hudson Yards. I'm trying to get some more pictures. I guess that's it.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? When they redid the garden, right, and they ripped out the from the 6th floor up, they just tore it all out, ripped out all the stands and everything, and they sent me up there to work. And there's a certain point where you ever seen that movie, The Tower Inferno, and like building collapse, and then it's like it's nothing that way, and there's nothing that way, but there's an empty space, and then the other guy's standing on the other side over there. There was spots in there like that. And they came up with this whole plan so we can work. They were going to put this false floor in that's suspended from the ceiling. And they hung a floor over the ceiling, and you had to walk out there, and this thing just
wobbling and
it's like a light sway. You can barely feel it, but you can see it.
The Freedom Tower, not the Freedom Tower, the World Trade Center. As a messenger, I got to go up to like 101st floor, and the Twin Towers actually swayed 3 feet on the regular. Regularly. I'm not talking about a windy day. On a regular day, they would sway 3 feet, the entire top of these buildings. And I remember as a messenger going up to and delivering a message, and the guy says, "Go ahead, look out the window." And I said, "Well, I think I might get dizzy." He says, "Well, you can't fall out." So I said, "All right, I'll go do it." And I went and I looked straight. He says, "Look straight ahead and then slowly look down." And as I started looking down, it started going,
leaning into you,
like that. And I backed away from the window, and he said, "Let me sign this so you can leave." But I don't do well with heights.
Paul, the way they did that building,
me neither.
The elevators go up to a certain floor. You have elevators that stop at a certain floor. You have some that express a certain floor so you can get off and transfer to the other elevator.
Yeah, you have to transfer like you're in a subway station.
You're in the subway,
Okay, now what you need to try is the freight elevator for the guys that work there. That goes from downstairs to the top of the building. And it's just, and if you're going straight to the top of the building, it's like being in on the subway because you stand there. And
it's an express. It's like an express train.
All the way to the top.
I've been in that building. as old as I am, man, I've been in that building but one time, dude. The original Twin Towers. I've been in that building but one time, man. And I've never been to the Statue of Liberty, and I've never been to the Empire State Building, bro. And I'm here all my life in Brooklyn, New York, and I've never been to those places yet.
Now, they never air conditioned that thing, did they, Lawrence?
Ain't that a shame?
The statue.
The statue air conditioning?
Yeah, because when I was
I don't think so.
there was no air conditioning.
There was never any, as far as I knew,
to the sixth floor in the base. And
as
then
far as I know, they never put it in. In fact, you cannot go to the Crown anymore. They stopped that many years ago.
No way, really?
You used to be able to go
right.
to the Crown. Now the Crown is where the snipers hang out for the drone pilots.
used to be people always wanted to go up to the torch. They stopped that 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You see, Lawrence, your error there as a fellow person that's afraid of heights. When
What
someone
happened?
says to you, "Don't worry, you can't fall out," that's the point where you walk away.
But you know what? I was a messenger. I was riding a bike all back up and down Manhattan, and I'd never been that high up in the sky ever before in my life. But I knew if I looked down, I didn't want to pass out.
Oh,
And as I started looking down, it's like I really experienced. I know what vertigo is. When you see stuff go like this,
vertigo, dude.
or you know how you've been drinking too much and you go, "Oh God, I'll never do it again," and the room's going like this. That's vertigo.
Oh,
That's vertigo sober.
Have any of you guys heard? There's a rumor out that there's a company trying to get permission to have the world's longest zip line from the top of one of those buildings.
Yes,
The hell up.
I did hear a story
man.
that they were trying to do some zip line. I didn't know if it was in New York, but I did hear of a story where they're trying to do a zip line from a skyscraper to skyscraper.
That's crazy.
That's
And
bananas.
I'm going to tell you right now, no.
You know what?
No.
There's some crazy people out there, but I don't know if
I'm
you
sure,
remember that dude years back, Lawrence, Philippe Petit. I don't know if I pronounced his last name properly, but he walked across that.
Oh yes, one of the Walendas.
Walendas.
One of the Walendas. Didn't he do the Freedom Towers?
Did it?
What did he do? He didn't do the Freedom Towers, did he?
No, guy years ago in the World Trade Center.
Okay, yeah, it was the World Trade Center. I keep saying Freedom Tower because that's what's there now. But I do remember someone doing a high wire act, and that was crazy. And he was one of the Walendas.
They actually did a movie about him, and it was about a year ago. Him crossing.
1974, he did it in.
Okay.
John, that's why you.
Did I pronounce his name correctly?
Yeah, no, you were spot on. Philippe Petit. Yeah.
Philippe Petit.
He's now 70 years of age, and he can say he tightrope between the two towers. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's 70 years old now.
Huh? What's that, John?
He was 17 years old at that time, or now?
No, he's 70 now.
70 now. 70.
Oh, 70. Oh,
sorry,
okay.
yeah, that's my
Oh, dang, he's old.
My English accent messing that one up.
Well, you know who that was that he did it?
Hey, what's up, Coast to Coast Drones?
Was that Herman?
Did you see that Drone Shot said that he would base jump the
yeah,
the
and I
platform?
told him better him than me, and I meant it. all I can say is I'm the kind of individual where I used to laugh at the A team because everyone remembers the A team.
Yeah.
Well, you remember in order to get Mr. T on a plane, what did you have to do? You had to knock him out.
Absolutely.
Now, my question was, when he woke up somewhere else, why didn't he kick all their behinds?
Oh, the rest.
Put them through that.
He was already there.
I think he was a Buddhist or something, wasn't he? He was actually a pacifist underneath it all.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So that's probably why they got away with so much stuff with that guy.
Yeah.
The A-Team was a good show.
Oh,
I'm gonna say one thing. If I had woke up in another country and knew you had put me on a plane, we would have problems.
He was already there.
We're already there. But we would have problems. If you had
I would ask for something to eat first.
So if I knocked you out and we woke up hanging out in the Bahamas somewhere, you would still get mad and want to fight?
Dude.
Well, I would probably because
hold
I'd
on.
probably be hungry.
Hold on, John. I would like to see my demise coming. I want to see the plane going down.
No, you don't.
I don't want to know that it's not happening.
No, you don't, because then we would have this other conversation was, see, this is why I don't fly. That eliminates that conversation.
Now,
right,
Drone Shots has raised another point, which he said, go skydiving. I bet the minute you get down, you want to do it again. I am not jumping out of a plane that works.
You want to know what? Seriously?
I'm not doing it.
Seriously, Drone Shots and everyone else, even though I have a fear of heights, and this is going to sound crazy, and I'm going to tell you what money will do for a person, okay? I have a fear of heights, and because this guy was paying me so well, I was climbing 4- and 5-story trees, cutting branches down and doing roofing jobs for this guy because that's how well he paid me. And every day I got home, I counted my money and I said a prayer and said, damn, I got to do it again.
You counting your blessings.
Okay, I got to do it again tomorrow. Yeah, and I had to climb the tree with a chainsaw. Now, keep in mind, I saw this guy, met this guy on my block in Harlem, cutting down some trees. And I was like, yo, I could use some work. He's like, well, show up tomorrow at so-and-so place. I had never climbed a tree before at that high. I've never used a chainsaw before. But when he told me he would give me $300 by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, you did it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
did it. Yeah,
absolutely.
chainsaw. Of course, I know how to use one.
Yeah. So now I still have. Now getting back to what Drone Shots was saying, I have always, and a strong bucket list, had always wanted to skydive once. The problem is, you ever see those kids on the amusement park ride? They go like, ah.
Yeah.
That would probably be me.
All the way down.
There'd be a big brown trail behind me.
Blowing a baby's face.
Exactly, Sean. Sure, exactly. You get it.
Everything would just let go.
What happened?
One hell of a diaper.
On the ground, passed out, all limp, pants wet, pants leg.
Dead weight coming down.
Just land on the ground like that. Because he done passed out.
Look.
200 feet from the plane.
200 feet from the plane and still got 20,000 to go.
I can.
He passed out 200 feet from the plane.
I can actually see Lawrence, trying to bribe the pilot. He's all suited up to jump. Can we go a little lower? Can we go a little lower?
No, you want to know what, Paul? You want to know what, honestly, Paul? If I had to, I never flew in a plane before. I'm 54. I'll be 55 next month. I flew on a plane for the first time with my wife and daughter. Okay, when she was like 6 years old, and she's 16 now. So she was about 10. And let me tell you something. Once I got on the plane, it was cool. But me and my nephew went to the bar before we got on the plane. Now, I will do the same thing. I'd probably have to do that if I ever went skydiving. You probably have to, but they say you're not supposed to eat or drink when you do these things.
Well, but were you heavily medicated on your first flight?
What happened?
Were you heavily medicated?
You know what? We were going to Disney World, Paul, and my nephew said, let's have a drink before we get on the plane. You've never flown before, it'll relax you. And I don't know if I was drunk from the drink or just that amped up. But when she gave me the bill for the drink, I only had one drink. It was a good drink. But I think that one drink, I could have got a half gallon of liquor and stayed home. Seriously, but I got on the plane and I had a window seat.
Where were you going?
And to Disney.
Oh, that's easy.
Now the only thing that bothered me about flying on a plane, seriously, was the takeoff and landing. That feeling you get in your gut, it lasts longer than being on a roller coaster, because the average roller coaster is a minute to a minute and a half. So you can go through it and it's over with. But when you're coming down, and then all of a sudden the plane goes, you know, then it comes down a little more. That gets me a little nervous. But other than that, I'm cool with
The
it.
turbulence is what bothers me, man. That turbulence when you're up there and you're thinking everything is cool.
We did not
You've been up there for like
experience.
an hour and a half, and next thing you know, you feel the whole.
We didn't experience no turbulence. The only turbulence we experienced was coming when we were coming down, when we were landing in New York. We came through some rough wind.
Well,
as big as I am, you see me turn pale like a ghost, bro. As big as I am, I turn this little. I turn.
As soon as Lawrence had gotten turbulence, he'd have looked like the Roadrunner heading for the bathroom.
I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I was stuck on the chair, bro.
So Lawrence, I'm gonna tell you something serious about flying.
Frozen.
You make your choices depending on your situation, and I'll tell you why I say that. When I was in college, I used to have to fly to school.
Right.
And
oh wow,
I was in the Midwest in Missouri, and they said the closest airport to where I was going to school was in Quincy, Illinois. So I'm like, if I'm going to Missouri, why I can't fly into St. Louis? They said, oh yeah, you got to fly to St. Louis, and then you change for a plane to Quincy, Illinois, because it's closer to where you're going in Missouri. So I'm like, all right. So the plane lands. I left from New York perfectly fine, lands in St. Louis, and they tell me, well, you can't catch your connecting flight because you can't take off. The winds are bad and the rain, and they can't take off. I was like, well, the other plane landed fine, and the other planes are taking off. So they put me up in a hotel. I get there the next day, ready to take off and everything. And I get to the airport. They said, your plane is boarding. You go through the door and down the stairs. I go down the stairs and out the door, and I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not getting on that. You know I'm not getting on that. I'm not getting on that. But sir, but you got it. Your bags are already in Quincy from the. I'm like, no.
Take my bags off.
I'm not.
Take my bags off.
And then I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta go to. I'm gotta get to football camp. I'm like, oh hell, I can't. This is killing me. So I get on.
What a position.
And it goes and it starts up and it's taking off down the runway, and it's like, as it gets to the whole thing gets light and the plane's like,
oh my God.
And I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get home?
Oh my God.
I gotta take
I'm
this.
not gonna survive this flight.
And I'm in this thing and I'm like, this is not good. I can see everything. No, but you get used to it quick because you gotta get home.
Man, listen.
I stayed at school.
I'd have been driving
vacations. I only wanted to come home. I'll come home when it's time to come home. I'll stay for the rest of the holidays.
Oh, I thought I was talking. I was saying I don't get on any boat that doesn't have smaller boats on it.
That's a sound policy.
Indigo Rhino says Indigo Rhino in the chat says the only way he's jumping out of a plane, it better be on fire or he ain't jumping out of it.
I don't know if they
even then I might take my chances with the fire.
You want to know what? It's a bucket list. Will Smith did it, but he's got the money to bring himself back to life if he dies.
Yeah. he's got the clone technology already.
Exactly.
That, and if he bounces, it does, they're all right.
Right.
They're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ray.
What's up, brother? Yeah, I had to take care of a few things.
How is Ray in the chat and Cool Bick?
I got to hook up.
That's because he's
in a different part. You're in a different part of the house.
Tell him, John.
All right, they don't know. They don't know, OG.
In a different part of the house. Okay, I understand. Hey, Sean.
2 times.
Quick question.
Yeah.
When are you going to try FPV?
Never.
When I decide that I want to take this little ball of
Ray said never.
And throw it out the window, because I would crash in about 10 seconds. I'm
oh my God, dude. Go on simulators. If you work on a simulator, I promise you, Sean, work on a simulator, dude. I've never put a pair of goggles before in my life. I've never touched the FPV remote control. I never did. I flew a simulator for about 2 weeks, and the first time I've ever put goggles and flew on full acro, I was able to burn the whole battery without crashing.
Which is awesome.
All
And this
because
is
of a simulator.
That's
something
awesome.
for Ray, something for Ray, something for Paul,
Dude,
something for
it's
Phantom Flight
incredible.
101.
What?
It is an incredible feeling, dude.
Think about it this way, no one has done it yet, but it's coming very soon. I've always wanted to combine camera drone footage with racing drone footage, and be damned if I'm not going to do it in 2020.
There is actually one YouTube channel that does that at the moment.
Yeah,
he uses an FPV quad and actually gets footage for television seasons. He's actually been employed by some of the dramas.
If you get a chance and you can send me the link, because I'm looking for ideas already. And between the Cinewhoops, which fly in slow motion, the racing drones, which hit anywhere from 50 to 100 miles per hour, and the regular camera drone, if you're creative enough, you could come out with some banger videos, drone videos.
What?
Hadley's up.
What? Big time.
Yeah, but my thing is this: I don't want to do all that crashing, RC cars, boats, helicopters. I ain't doing that no more. I ain't doing that no more.
Attaboy, Ray.
I ain't doing that no more. I mean, I feel y'all. Do what you gotta do. I'm too old for that right now.
Well, no. See, the racing drone part, I was telling Herman, and you guys might as well take a note, but the wall's going under construction. So I got to get some putty and a putty knife and fill up some holes, and I'm thinking about painting and everything. But between my camera drone, I need to get my Phantom 4 Pro fixed, that issue fixed first. I still have my Mavic Pro, but other than a Cinewhoop and 1 or 2 racing drones, that'll probably be it. Seriously.
No Mavic 2? No Mavic 2?
On the
wall. That's a given.
It's coming.
It's coming. No, that's
okay.
Ray,
hey,
that's
Herman,
a given.
Herman, have you noticed he never talks about the Mavics he's bought or the ones he's gonna buy? Because he's made the statement, I'm never gonna own a Mavic.
I own a Mavic Pro now, Paul. Stop it. I
But
did say that.
Before you got it, there was no way in hell.
You know what it was? I started flying a Phantom
He was heavy
4
in the
standard,
Phantom.
and Herman was flying the Phantom 4 Pro. And he brainwashed me, I tell you. he brainwashed me, but a lot of the stuff he told me was also true, because when I see a Phantom when I see a Phantom 4 Pro in 25 mile per hour winds, it's hovering like this. When I see a Mavic Pro or a Mavic 2 and 25 mile per hour winds, it's hovering like this.
Unfortunately, but she still gets the job done.
She
still gets the job done.
Yeah,
the drone's still bad though.
Gimbal set up, it doesn't make any difference.
No, right.
Yeah,
I understand.
I was never a Phantom fan. Let me tell you guys this. I was never a Phantom fan until I had the Phantom 4 Pro V2 for about 2 weeks in my possession. My God, dude. Such a freaking beast that machine is, I tell you. When you want to go straight, she's going to go straight.
Exactly.
She ain't going to be drifting to the side. She's going to go straight.
Yeah.
Dude,
that power.
Precision. Oh, my God. The power is not even funny, bro. I fell in love. I was never a Phantom fan.
Well,
I'm going to... It was a great...
I'm going to give a prediction, guys. And because the Phantom series is supposedly dead for now, and I say for now because it would be great for DJI in about 2 or 3 years to come up with an anniversary Phantom. But hold on. That's just me dreaming. But what I mean by what I'm about to say is the Mavic series is the start of something new. Okay. They started with the Mavic Pro. Now they got a Mavic Mini that you can clip on as a tie. All right.
No, they went from the Pro to the Air.
But hold on. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. And I already know there's some Japanese guy somewhere thinking the same way I am, except he's got the money and I don't. Get a Phantom 4 Pro, a Phantom 4 Professional, get a Phantom 4 V2, brand spanking new, and air wrap it, bubble wrap it, protect the box, and I guarantee you in 20 years, you'll be able to get $10,000 for those damn birds from some person in Japan.
But let me tell you
know
guys
why?
something
Because
that
they
I
won't.
noticed.
Yeah, but the why is because they won't be making them anymore.
Well, I had 3 of them. I still have 2 left, Phantom 4 Pros,
I still have
and
2.
I will never get rid of them.
I'm not getting
Never
rid of
get
my
rid of
2.
them.
Nope, I'm not. But
I still
if
have
you
my
notice,
Phantoms.
if you Mavic owners notice, and I don't know what it means, I'm just talking out of my rear end right now. But if you look on DJI Assistant 2, when you go to upgrade or calibrate or whatever it is, you notice on the top it says Mavic, on the little icon it says 1, 2, 5, I believe, or 4, or something like that. Not 100% sure what number it is, but it says 1 dash and then another number. Does that mean there's gonna be Mavic 2, 3, 4, 5? Does it mean whatever it is, or I don't know? Like Ray, you know what I mean, right?
I know what you mean.
DJI, it says 1 and then it says dash and the number 4, I believe.
That's just a newer version. That's what that is. It's just a newer version that probably will work for multiple drones.
I just want to give you a heads up, and I've seen the pattern. Usually, things that are really great amongst people and in the world, somebody somewhere goes and they says, I'm going to get one brand new and I'm going to keep it perfectly wrapped and I'm not going to open it. And I'm going to store it away and I'm going to store it away. And hopefully I'll be able to pass it down or sell it for much more money. And I can tell you, because DJI started with that Phantom cookie cutter shape, if you have a V1 or Phantom 4 Pro in a brand new box 10 years from now, I guarantee you it'll be much more than you paid for it now.
Oh yeah,
because they don't make it anymore.
A Phantom Standard 3.
Right now, here's the catch to it. Because they don't make it anymore, it goes up in value, and the company will look at that, and they do it with cars all the time. They stopped making the Corvette, then they came up with the Z06. Remember? And people went crazy over the new Corvette. That's the point I'm trying to make. It might inspire DJI, if they're even still around in 10 years, which we're pretty sure they will be. But the point I'm trying to get at is, if you can get something and put it away for the future, it's well worth it.
Like all my Hess trucks from 1965.
Yeah, boy.
I have heavy trucks from 1965. The only one I don't have is a 1978, and I'm in discussion with a guy right now. He wants to charge me $1,500 for the truck, but I'm trying to get him down to at least $1,000.
Collector's edition.
Let me tell you something. I've spent thousands of dollars to replace a lot of them that I lost in the fire when I was a kid. My father was collecting these things since I was a kid. So before we moved from Brownsville to Red Hook, we had a fire. So I lost a lot of them. I spent about $5,000 to replace a lot of Hess trucks that I couldn't buy anymore. When I tell you my collection is real, it's real. From 1965, I got the little dogs. I got when the trucks were green with the little barrels.
Remember those?
Those are the money.
Let me tell you something. I got them all since 1965. I just need the 1978.
Before they started coming out with the doubles, right? Remember that?
Yep.
I need room.
My shit is in the storage, bro.
I need
climate control storage.
I got a bunch of stuff, and I actually need a toy room. I got the train, I got the Hess trucks, I got the action figures, and I'm
check it out. And every year I buy 3. Every year I buy 3. One simple for my grandson, and one for my nephew upstairs that he comes down to my house and he plays with it, and one that I store away every year.
Good move. That's what's up.
And now that you can't buy them from the Hess gas station anymore, you have to go online.
Yep.
You have to go online.
Wow, really?
Yes, John.
And every year, November 1st, I get an email. Every year, November 1st at 10 a.m., you can buy them every year.
Ray,
you serious about your game, brother?
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm a collector. Do those dudes? I'm down with them guys.
They had 3 that came out this year.
Well, that one is a double. The mini ones are just minis, though. Those are the mini ones. I got those too. Yeah, I got those too.
Okay.
But the collector ones is the big one. Yo, I'm telling you, boy. One day I'm gonna bring her to my storage and you see them, man. Crazy.
Geeks Vana, Sean,
sir. Yes, sir.
you talk about collecting those joysticks on the wall, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's only a tiny part of my collection.
How many do you have? I wanted to ask you.
62, I think. The last
62
time.
controllers.
Wow,
Yeah. And I also collect Star Wars stuff and things.
Are
I've
they
got the old
working?
yeah, no, they all work. Do you remember the R2D2 Xbox 360?
Yeah.
I have one of those, and I've got the Modern Warfare 360. I've got them all in a glass.
Oh, that's how you recognize the Gears of War I had.
Yeah. Exactly.
I had wanted to ask you, how many did you have? Because I see that small section there. I'm like, he's holding out.
Yeah, I've got they're everywhere, and they're in a glass display case in the lounge as well. So,
Right.
Hey, Sean.
I was never a Gears head.
Be right back.
Sean.
Yeah, go ahead. Herman.
At least you learned tonight. Don't lend any of your controllers to Lawrence.
Absolutely.
No, listen, it's funny, you guys. Remember, I told you, I said, I don't want my nephew to find out. Who knocks on my door? Who knocks on my door? My nephew is here now. And I just told him that I think I may have broke my drone controller. And he's like, how you do that? Seriously. And Sean, this has been an issue back from PlayStation 1. And I went
it's always the right joystick. It's always the right throttle. Always the right throttle.
But Sean, you remember they came out with an Xbox controller that was extra big and bulky. It was like a giant. So my nephew says I need one of those because since that controller,
they're bigger.
Right. Since that controller, they haven't come out with anything that I'm hard
I
on.
do actually have one further up the wall.
Oh, get out of here.
Hang on, I'll show you a quick. I have to take my headphones off a second.
My nephew was saying, I need this particular controller. Hey, Scott, he's got the controller you said I need, the beefy one that I won't break. He says he has 62 controllers.
Hey, Scott, he already bust up the controller for his drone. With them bear mitts.
Yo, that's not funny. Because I swear I'd be like mad. I try to be nice with them, you know. I only do that when I'm flying a racing drone now.
Man, I still got my Halo 5 edition controller still in good condition, bro.
Yeah.
I got the.
Can I borrow it?
The Xbox.
Hold on,
One,
John.
Halo
can
5
I borrow
edition.
it?
Yo, Lawrence.
Can I borrow that controller?
I don't know about that. Can I borrow one of your birds?
John, you wouldn't get your controller back. What the hell is that?
Talking about collectibles.
Oh, nice.
Batman.
Get out of here.
Adam West.
Oh, he got the Adam West joint.
That's amazing. That's Halo Reach, and that's Halo 4. Still in perfect working condition.
I live vicariously through you, Sean, because I could never own that many controllers.
You're right.
Hey, Sean, did you get the Halo 5 edition Xbox One as well?
Yeah, I've got that in a glass cabinet with my other consoles.
Bro?
I've got a cabinet with all my Xbox consoles.
Hold on, Herman.
One
put
is
that
one of the
back
best
up.
looking ones.
Ray, did you see this one? Notorious Big.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, okay, yo. My cousin got a bunch of those, man. That's
awesome.
7 scale.
Wow.
12 scale.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot.
Amazing.
Notorious Big BIG action figure. Yes.
Wow, dude.
Mm-hmm. They got a couple. They got this. They got the
Yo,
Tupac,
Herman's been
they got all
holding
of
out,
them, yeah.
y'all.
What happened?
Herman's been holding out.
But I also have.
Wow, Robin.
He got Robin too.
Adam West.
No, he's got the Adam West Batman and the actual.
Do not get me started. Do not get me started. I have cabinets full of Star Wars, all the original Kenner stuff, which I've been collecting. But I've actually got a large TIE fighter hanging here, which you can see in the background of some of my videos.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I think I've seen
see, we need that.
I am 5 years old.
I wish DJI had the contract to make those drones.
Well, the Tello came out as an Iron Man.
Oh, wow. No. I had no idea. Oh, little puppies. Oh, grooming.
You know what?
I didn't
Did you say, Sean, about the Tello?
They made an Iron Man Tello, but it would be cool if you could have a Mavic. I mean, Mavic Mini is the perfect one to do a Marvel tie-up or something.
Yeah, that would be
so
awesome,
cool.
dude.
Or if they could actually make, had a
Iron
contract
Man.
with Disney to do those like the aircrafts from Star Wars.
Well,
you actually can get them. You actually can get them.
You can.
Yeah,
No,
a company called
Toy
Propel. Do
I heard
Better
Propel.
than toy grade, because the only ones I've seen were toy grade.
Ish. They do fly fairly correctly.
Yeah, but they don't handle wind well.
No.
yeah, I
and,
know.
and then the
Those
four
are
little things have got
drones.
the.
Those are Indo drones.
They're actually really cheap now because they were about $250 when they first came out.
When they first came out,
Yeah, but they're
everyone was
cheap now
buying
because they've stopped making them basically, so they're just getting rid of the stock. But then there's
The stock.
the TIE Fighter.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys.
But they are toys.
Do any of you guys remember the Millennium Falcon that some toy company made in styrofoam? It was about 3 feet wide. They had made a Millennium Falcon from Star Wars.
I'll be right back. I remember that.
About 3 feet wide, and the engines were really weak. And I was telling my boy, don't take it out the box. He's like, why? I said, because once you take it out the box, you're going to want to fly it, and you're going to destroy it. And you're going to destroy it. He's like,
the old lady.
They say this thing can fly like this and do this. I said, dude, it's made of styrofoam. What happens when you throw styrofoam in the air? It blows with the wind, right? Well, he didn't listen to me, and he lives in Florida. And he sent me a message on Messenger saying, I'm deleting you as a friend. Because you should have told me that when flying this thing, I was going to wreck it. I said, I did. I tried to tell you, do not fly it. It's a collector's edition. Keep it in a box. That's what it was designed for.
Oh, look at there.
See, there we go. Well, to make a long story short, he sent me a picture of it. And he said he took off with it and the wind caught it and stuck it on a tree and a branch went straight through it.
Dude.
Okay. Yo, later, Scott. So it got stuck on a branch like this. His branch went through it, and his bird was in the air. And he tried everything to get it back, but he couldn't get it back because it was too high up. But I did warn him you shouldn't mess with it. If a drone company was to take on stuff like that, they would make a killing. And I mean a real drone company.
Imagine DJI make a Falcon Millennium.
That's what I said.
Could you imagine DJI making a Millennium Falcon?
My God,
they would probably charge $5,000 for it.
I'd pay $10,000.
You say 10?
Yeah, word up, right?
I'd sell my car for that.
Especially like how you say
he said he would sell your
car the size of a freaking what the hell that big bird that you got?
If they made a proper one, I would sell my house, sell my car, and live in a park with it. hugging it on a park bench, and I'd be happy.
Fire-sized Falcon Millennium.
That's funny. Anyway, for those of you in the chat room, hey, what's up, Explicit? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat, but for those of you who live here in the United States and or don't, happy Thanksgiving, happy Gobble Gobble Day, happy
Thanksgiving,
celebration of the massacre of the Indians, whatever you want to do. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, Paul. I couldn't help myself.
However you see it.
However you see it, right?
It's time now.
However you decide to rewrite history, enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Sean, you got it perfectly right.
Lawrence, it's time for a disclaimer now.
Okay. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. I plead guilty.
It depends on the subject.
John, hey John, you should have seen these dudes last week when I let it slip out. Now I was thinking this in my head, but somehow it came out verbally, and I had said it's not easy being nice to some people. And Paul just broke out in tears for some reason. He cried. He was laughing so hard he was crying, and I'm like, I didn't really mean that, but I couldn't take it back.
Lawrence, Lawrence, we love you and we know you, but Lawrence just doesn't casually say anything. It's like, Ba-boom.
You know what, Paul? I would like to think I'm nice about things, but apparently some people disagree with that.
My father has
Ray, since you've known me, when have I never been uncool? I mean,
oh, you're always cool, but
I've never said
you just as cool as me. You know,
Yep.
put it that way.
you didn't help me out there, Ray. Never mind.
Nah, I'm keeping it 100.
Never mind, Ray. Never
I know. I'm a clip away from wilding out on somebody.
It's not that. It's not that. I've
Herman and I the other day watched him walking home from work, and he was loaded down with packages, and he was not most pleasurable.
I can't mute him either.
Oh,
That's because it's Herman's channel. Yeah.
Paul, he was the same way today.
Oh, what?
Just not. Hold up. Let me.
What? I was not.
Somebody must be listening, but I'm just saying he was. It wasn't as bad, but he was riled up.
You know why?
Oh yeah, I saw y'all. Just was y'all two on the stream just a little while before you started.
You know why? Because
they let me
you
off
know,
at 5:15.
I'm going to tell you what really pisses me off. Okay, since we're going there, I'm going to tell you what really pisses me off. I don't own a car. Okay, so I take mass transit. I do whatever I have to do to get where I have to go and do whatever I have to do. I've been working with this guy for about 10 years plus now. I was full-time, now I'm part-time due to health issues, whatever. This guy is late every freaking day. When I say every day, he's had his business for over 30 years. Okay. And he'll tell me I'll be at your house at 6:30. And I know I have anywhere from a half hour to an hour before he shows up. And he asked me to start working on Wednesdays with him. So I said, well, I have a live stream. I'm trying to help my boy out, get monetized. We're doing this YouTube thing. We're doing those guys and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I hear you. So yeah, exactly. I said, I have to be home before 5. When we started out, Herman will tell you, I was at home in time. He's got to the point because he's always late that he's making me late to the live stream. So now I'm coming on the live stream, carrying my phone in one hand, carrying dinner in another, and still haven't even made it to my house. So I get a little riled up about it.
Grumble.
But I get a little riled up because I don't have a car. I don't have these things. I'm usually 80% of the time on time.
But you know what? That's dedication, papito.
That's dedication, man. Dedication to that bread, man. Hey, that bread.
Speaking for myself and not for Herman, Lawrence, I wouldn't change you a bit, but it is very.
See, here's the bullshit behind the butt.
It's very entertaining.
I'm sorry. See, I told Big John don't get on here and curse, and I blew your copyright just went right out the window, Herman.
Not even once, papito.
I know, and I applaud you, John. You didn't notice that, right?
I applaud myself.
You guys didn't notice John did not curse one time.
Nope.
Man, I'm so happy when I get off. When I get off of this chat, I'm gonna go crazy at home.
Okay, John, I felt sorry for you, so I let that one out. But seriously, Paul, you got to think about how old are you, Paul? Honestly,
67.
You're 67 years old, and
wow, bro, God bless, man. You don't even look it, dude.
But hold on, aren't you at a time and point in your life where, if somebody's throwing cockeye at you, you want to pick it up and throw it back at them? You don't. Yeah. In other words, if you don't deal with stuff you don't want to have to deal with.
Yeah, that's why I shop at 2 a.m. That's why I don't go anywhere. I'm a retired hermit, I don't.
Or do online shopping, right, Paul?
Right, exactly.
My only point is I used to be really shy and quiet, and now I express how I feel. And some people call me a little abrasive for doing so.
Oh, you went to that class?
What happened? What class?
For people who have that problem.
Yeah,
no. But you have some people, right? They keep things inside, right? Yep. They don't let it out. And
okay.
It gets to the point where it's gonna, after a while, when the toilet, you put too much in there, the toilet's going to overflow.
Yeah.
Right.
All
Yeah.
that shit's going to come over the top, and those people blow up. And
They call
Hey, Herman,
There goes all the water.
Herman, that's known as 5 o'clock on Wednesdays.
yeah, pretty much. No. 4:45.
Oh, 4:45.
4:25. Okay, all right.
After TFR.
I'll accept that. I'll accept it.
4:25.
Hey, Herman, next time don't wait till 5 to start it. Let everybody see it at 4:45.
Started already, huh?
See, that's messed up, Paul. You just blew me up. Paul, Sean, don't laugh. Don't encourage them.
Sorry.
Don't encourage them, man.
So now what Herman's going to say is 5 o'clock with those guys, unless you want to get here at 4:45.
Get a little earlier.
The sneak peek.
John, where are you driving? To California?
My dude, this is what I'm saying. I'm not even.
Oh, that's right. It's Thanksgiving.
New York
There's so much
traffic,
traffic.
bro.
There's so much traffic out
traffic
tonight.
for you, puppy. Everywhere, dude. Everywhere.
That's true. It's
Everywhere.
the busiest traveling day in the United States of the year.
And I feel sorry for my poor wife. She's driving and she's falling asleep. She hasn't got no good rest.
Wow. And John's
Look at
been
this
driving
guy.
for a minute now. And you want to know what? When I was out on Long Island today, I'm glad I was headed from Long Island. Everybody, all the rich people were headed out to Long Island. They're going to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
They're going to all of these
The
places.
Hamptons.
Yeah, exactly. The Hamptons and stuff like that. So everyone that lives, that has an
that's why
apartment.
Mama look.
Right.
Oh
everyone
man, guys, something happened on the Belt Parkway, man. I think when I get home, I'm gonna put my bird up in the air so you guys can see. But I don't know if you guys can see what's going on right here. Look at this. Can I zoom in?
Looks like you're on standstill traffic.
But there's fire departments all over the Belt Parkway.
That looks like
the Belt Parkway up there.
Where are you at?
Where are you? What's that overpass?
This is the train. This is the F train.
Oh, okay. So you're close.
That's the Belt Parkway right there. Yeah. I'm right by home. I'm right around the block.
Okay. Well, I know one thing.
Go on live later.
You said you're going to go in the air.
I'm gonna go on live and I put my bird up in the air to see what's going on. I'm nosy. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm nosy. Back in the day when I was young, I just used to look out the window, papito. Now I got a bird. I can go wherever I want.
Dude, right now here where I live, at 300 feet, the wind is at 22 miles per hour, gusting to 25.
Yeah, I'd put your bird up in
now hold on.
Well,
KP
it's not
index.
too bad over here.
Hold on. KP index is 3 though. So if you believe in the KP index and you understand the KP index, for those of you in the chat who don't understand it or know about it,
it's the lower the worse, right?
Supposedly the scientists have come up with an index for interference with electronic devices and GPS, and the KP index is rated from 1 to 5. It's a 3 now. From personal experience, on days that the KB index has been 3 or higher, I've had issues with GPS, etc., with my drone. So I'm just saying, be careful.
Sometimes the shit don't even. Ooh, there we go, the first one.
What happened?
Yeah, I told you he slipped.
Yeah,
see, that one came out.
It was dying to come out, wasn't it?
It was one.
People don't realize they're sitting there for like 5 minutes and can't get no GPS satellites. That's the reason why. It's too.
Yes, Kate.
Sometimes the bird won't respond.
Now, for you guys that don't know how the scientists calculate it, the KP index has to do with solar flares that constantly hit our planet.
Yes.
But when the KB index goes up, it's believed, according to scientists, that these solar flares are stronger than normal, thus raising the KP index, thus making radio communications, cell phone communications, drone communications, anything with a transmission, it interferes with. So right now, outside my house, it's at a 3. I'm not worried about it because I can't fly my Phantom any daggone way.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Big Mac, what's up?
You know what, Lawrence?
What's going on?
It says it's gusting to 29 over here.
Over in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
where you're at now.
Feet.
Gusting to 29 at how many feet?
At 400 feet.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
I'm going to tell you
29
something
miles an
right now. If you're up in the air at 400 feet and the wind's gusting 20 miles per hour, you deserve to lose your bird.
Do you know what though? That would be
20.
That would be
20 miles an hour is
That's
nothing, bro.
That's nothing. It's nothing.
20 miles is nothing, bro.
Yeah. The only thing that's gonna happen up there, you're gonna go from 30 miles an hour to 1.2 miles an hour. That's the only thing that's gonna happen.
20 miles an hour.
What do you got, Paul? Now,
20 miles an hour.
hold on. Paul's expecting a storm in Michigan, or did the
Right
storm
now,
pass yet?
It's the gusts are 44 miles an hour at 100 feet.
Now, see, that's supposed to be here in New York tomorrow.
Now the
You're in
FAA is not
Michigan.
letting them put them balloons up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they're
Now,
on standby right now.
the
so
maximum,
Yeah,
the
okay.
maximum
Yeah.
gust is 35 miles per hour. They can go up in 20 and fly lower to the
That's still
ground.
not bad.
But if the
Yeah,
gust,
just fly lower.
if the gust for those balloons are a constant 35
Thank
miles
you.
per hour, they're not even going to
They're
walk them
not
in a
taking
parade.
them joints up over 25.
Can you imagine seeing one balloon going down the street and dragging 30 people? Because that's what
We're
would
gonna
happen.
drag more than that because it's probably more than that on it. But
Yeah, but they have these
Word up.
automatic deflator buttons where that thing will let off air in 3 seconds. It will flatten out quick.
Yeah, they have a couple of people that are holding. You think they're holding a balloon, but they're holding rip cords.
Right, and they
In the
designed
event
to just let it
something like
go.
that
It's told
happens,
to
yeah.
let's let it go. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Out of
absolutely.
those 30 people,
they would be gone.
I would say they would have to have rip cords on all sides because, like Ray says, I have seen them deflate a balloon, not
yeah.
that particular one that they have in
Quick.
parades, but they do have little rip cords, and you pull them, and it's just a whole sheet of plastic just dropping.
Yeah. And not only that, they have the pumps that sucks the air out as well. So those things come down within seconds. Right?
That's true.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Yep.
To you here in the States. And if you're outside of the States, like Sean across the pond, happy Turkey Day, or happy early Turkey Day, or late, whenever
Happy
you
early
have it.
Turkey Day.
When is your Thanksgiving in the UK?
We don't have one.
Yeah.
We only have we go
Really?
straight through to Christmas.
You poor souls.
You got to remember, Thanksgiving is what you said it was when you first mentioned it. We just didn't want to continue to encourage you.
Hey, Sean, do you in the
I'll
UK,
be right back.
We have plenty of holidays here where we completely rewrite history too.
Sean, in the UK, do you observe Black Friday?
Yeah, but only as a marketing scam. The only
That's all it is here, too.
Wow,
the only
really?
decent provider is Amazon. Do some good deals, but we have them running all week. Even our telephone companies, the internet providers. It's Black Friday week, and it's
That's
not.
all it is
How can we have a Black Friday without a Thanksgiving? That's the whole
Word.
the whole
That's
thing.
kind of
Yeah,
wrong.
but all it is a thing for shopping. That wasn't always after Thanksgiving.
That item that's on sale for Black Friday always run out. Then you stuck to buying something else and at a different price that you don't want. That's the
Good
gimmick.
story, Ray.
And they only had a
good
TV
story.
you really don't want, but you're buying it for somebody else.
They only got 11 and 22,000 people going down for 11
22,000.
TVs.
Yeah, exactly. For 11 TVs. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, puñeta.
It all started.
My boy worked at PC Richard. He told me all the deals, the scams, man.
Remember with the Cabbage Patch dollars around Christmas time back in the
How about the chicken sandwich just not too long ago? And now
Really
they're begging you to buy chicken sandwiches. It's nobody in those lines no more.
Yeah, it does.
It's a gimmick.
Now they got a whole bunch of stock.
Your kids are buying them.
They're gonna be selling them for $2 for $5 soon. Watch.
I'm telling you, you better believe it. 2 for $6. I bet you that.
That's
Well,
where I'll
you
be.
know
That's
what?
when I'll be online.
You know what though? And didn't Wendy's already start that to try to undercut them?
Yeah, but check it out. If you could do Uber Eats and Grubhub, you could order Popeyes, but you can't order the chicken sandwiches though.
No way.
No,
Serious?
they want you to come to the store because the first week they did it My man ordered 20 chicken sandwiches, yo.
What? Oh yeah, now they're
Yo,
even limited.
and after that, they said no more. They said, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, they limited like 2 or 3 per person.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, he wilded out. He wilded out. But they stopped.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. I can't believe, man.
Yeah, now you can go right
People were actually on the street bumping chicken sandwiches. Can you believe that?
Crazy, yo. Damn chicken sandwich with some mayonnaise and pickles on it.
Yo, I got that chicken sandwich. I got that spicy, Papi.
You want a chicken sandwich? I got a chicken sandwich. You want a chicken sandwich?
But if you remember the one that they had right, it was called the po' boy.
Po' boy sandwich.
Same thing.
Oh, the po' boy, yeah.
Bread was just different. They just brought it back. Different sandwich. The bread was different.
And the other thing that drives me crazy is McDonald's brings out McRib sandwiches every fall, and they only last for a week, and then they
every year. Yep, that's one of my favorite, Paul.
Paul, the reason that they do that is because it takes a while to grow that genetically modified gel that they sell for meat.
I didn't. Oh, can I? I'm gonna go get the other one.
It takes them 6 months to grow that stuff in a vat, and then they cut it up and sell it with barbecue sauce on it.
I don't know, but it's pretty damn good.
Tell him, Paul.
That's as good as a taco with lettuce around it.
Thank you.
Hey, you're talking about Val's and vegan tacos.
You don't have to tighten on the top. You just leave them like that.
That's not the same.
Yo, John, stop showing somebody else's wife.
She keeps looking at you out of the corner of her eye. Like, what the hell is he doing?
That's them chicks, they be ear hustling on somebody else's phone. That's why. That's why one day I was on my phone. I know this girl was beaming on me. I let her see what she wanted to see. I said, yo, that pounding it, right? Pounding it. I said, oh my God. It's like, yeah. Ear hustling on my phone. Like, yeah.
You know what's funny, Lars? That's just as funny as the Joe flying a drone.
You like that, right, Paul?
Crazy.
I showed her just look. Here, look. You ain't got the peek. You got the peek.
Now she would turn
like I can't see her, right? Like
no, she's running now, and I'm chasing her now. Look, you don't want to see? You want to see? Now you don't want to see now.
He's gonna be out of breath in a minute.
Yeah,
hold on. Big Mac asked something. Hey, you guys. Hey, did you guys talk about the pictures of the rumored Autel Evo 2 with the 1-inch sensor and estimated flight time of 40
you know
minutes?
what? That we didn't say nothing about that.
Hold on. Look on the screen. Sean is on the ball.
Yeah.
Sean is
and actually they are actually the FCC pictures as well. So
if you don't have
like it's coming.
Geeksvana for drone news,
that's what I was just gonna say. The
as
FCC
a supporter,
yep.
You're stupid.
or you're watching someone else for your drone.
Disclaimer, y'all. Disclaimer.
I'm for disclaimer.
It's perfectly acceptable.
The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel. Once again, I bite the bullet.
Go ahead, Lauren. Not necessarily.
Yeah, you got to ease up on Big John because you've been violating more tonight than he has.
What happened?
You know,
you got to ease up.
I've only said it once
because you've been violating more tonight than Big John has.
Well, what are you gonna do with the end?
See, Paul, you're lucky I can't mute you. Herman hasn't relinquished that control to me yet, but once he does, it's
listen.
a wrap.
When I go home, I'm gonna curse up a storm because I couldn't.
Yeah, see, you got to get it out your system, right?
Would you stop?
My wife is gonna hear it.
Hey, John, it's like you're in a quiet. Hey, John, it's like you're in a quiet place, and everybody's like, namaste, and then you just want to yell out, banana cream pie.
Well, they all got their eyes closed. You couldn't do it.
What happened, Herman?
If they all have their eyes closed. You
Thank you.
Oh well, yeah, I know, right? Hey,
what was the banner up there? It said police department. What is that?
Hold on, I got company. Hold on.
You got company.
Oh man,
I'll be back.
It was the girl that was at the store.
Open the trunk.
You gonna put it in the trunk now?
The man,
He's gonna
man
put her in
in my hand.
Yeah, that boy.
Don't tell nobody.
America's most
Open the
wanted.
trunk. Open the trunk.
The fucking trunk, bro. Open the trunk.
Get in the trunk. Get in the trunk.
Open the trunk.
Hit it in the head with the Pepsi. Hit it in the head with the Pepsi. Put it out.
Oh man.
Don't go back in. That's how you get caught.
That's right.
I'm telling you, that's all we have. My wife is driving the getaway car.
Yep. Don't go back for seconds. No.
No, we good.
Go to another mall.
Bonnie and Clyde. Me and the missus are Bonnie and Clyde.
There you go.
Yeah. Sometimes she's worse than me. I'm scared of her sometimes. A lot of the times. She's Puerto Rican, papito. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
Oh,
Herman,
boy.
we're gonna get in another drop before the 15 minutes is up.
Oh, why not? You ready? Everybody ready?
Let me do my stretches.
Wait for Ray to come back online.
Okay.
Wait for Ray.
Let's wait for Ray to come
Wait
back.
for Ray.
All right, go.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
Those
guys.
Hi, papito.
And we appreciate you all for hanging out with us on Wednesday nights.
What
with
you
those
say, Paul?
guys.
Hit the like button. Say it, Paul.
That's right. Got to hit that like button. Show the love. Show the love.
No, show the love. Show the love. Don't just watch it. Like it.
That's right. Hit that like button because when I come to your page, you're gonna expect me to do it
Go
too.
ahead, Roger.
Oh, Roger's here.
Do you want me to post
Roger.
that link for the Evo?
Yeah, I got it from Roger early on.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Roger. I didn't hear anything about the Evo. I'm slacking.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Okay, here it is. Hold on. I'll share it with you guys right here. Let's go to share screen and
Still
thank
not
you,
buying
Roger,
it.
so much.
Still not buying it.
Here we go. External photographs of the Evo. Now, tell me
Butter knives?
why does it, right, the butter knife props, but why do those look like GoPro Karma props? We know where that went. Then here we got it. Let me see if I can click on the picture. Nope, they're not going to let you.
And the Phantom 3 battery?
Yeah. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, the Phantom 3 battery. Yep.
there. Hold on, let me escape out of that. That was kind of whack.
Oh,
That's a typical
expect-
Evo battery.
That
expect
does look
Xavier-
like a Phantom
expect
3
Xavier
battery,
to get
but
it.
how are they going to get 40
That's
minutes
pretty
out of
much
that
the
little thing? Now, what I don't like is it looks like they almost have a 360-degree camera right here. And that can get scary.
That's exactly what I was gonna say too.
Some of these guys can't
It looks
fly
like a
straight with a
360.
camera that don't turn 360.
How would they mount that in the front?
But it looks like they got 360 sensors on it. Oh,
Yep,
maybe
that's what
no,
they
that's the
said.
bottom. That's the bottom plate. Sorry.
No, but they
Yeah,
did.
there
They
are
did say that they were
360s.
gonna have 360 sensors.
Interesting. Looks like a racing drone there to me.
Without the
Yeah,
cover?
right. Stripped naked. She's stripped. She's stripped.
Okay. All right. So this
Dude,
is supposed to
man,
be the
I
new.
don't know,
this
man.
this is supposed to be the new Evo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If that thing is gonna have a 1-inch sensor, papito, with a 35-minute flight time, and it's supposed to be better than the Mavic 2 Pro camera, supposedly.
Well,
I'm
I'm going
jump
to
on
tell
it.
you something, and I'm going to get off screen so I can tell you guys this who may not believe in it, believe it or not. But you remember the X-Star Premium?
Yep.
The X-Star Premium at its heyday, I honestly believe if they could have took that X-Star Premium camera off of that bird and put on a DJI bird,
Probably would have been
who
better than the
knows where
Phantom
they would have
camera.
went with it. Seriously, because Autel, they have some decent cameras. I'm not gonna lie. Their half-inch
do.
sensor
They do.
is decent. I think the half-inch sensor is better than DJI's half-inch sensor.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best half-inch sensors out there, bro. And I can't even front. I had the Evo for a few months, and that half-inch sensor was better than the Mavic 2 zoom camera at nighttime. In the daytime, especially because it has the 4K 60 frames. So
The
it's gonna
4K
knock out that real
right,
quick.
and that's another thing. Evo. I had an issue with Autel Evo, and
came out.
they have a habit of, if you remember with the X-Star Premium, they were supposed to come out with some modification for their 1-inch camera to do more stuff. Well, it took 1.5 years before they came out with it.
The X-Star Premium.
And now they have this drone they're coming out with, the Evo 2 or whatever it is, with the butter knife props that's supposed to have a 1-inch sensor.
I think a lot of the tech is a lot of the technical specification is
if I could carry it, why not?
Is rumor guesswork though, isn't it? I don't think I've seen any.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any FCC.
Everything's still speculation now.
Yeah, the photos are real, 100%. But yeah, it was a bit like when the Mavic Mini was coming out. There was a lot of spec said about that didn't come into fruition.
But I got to bring her the cat food too.
Hey, John, mute when you're not talking.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So, but my
anyway,
problem,
listen, guys, really.
My problem is they're doing like DJI. They're actually putting pictures out there to see what the people in the crowd are saying, to see if people are licking their lips.
This is an FCC.
Yeah, but those are FCC pictures, bro. Those are FCC pictures.
So that's finalized then. If it's
FCC,
they're finalizing.
Yeah, this is them basically getting FCC
approval
clearance. What normally happens is when they put the application in, there'll be a certain amount of time that the FCC aren't allowed to disclose anything.
You see what Jay Santiago put in the chat? 586 gimbal. I don't understand that.
But that hasn't been confirmed in
an 8K camera that will still shoot photos in up to 48 megapixel and records at 8K. You want to know what? I hope they do come out with it, because you know what? DJI gonna go in their closet and go, check this out, guys.
Yeah.
DJI needs competition,
you
bro.
know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that. Everything that someone comes out with, DJI just goes, hold on a second, I'll be right back.
One of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they go in their little closet and they say,
DJI have someone working for Autel. They have someone working in every single other drone and tech company.
Of course.
That's on the phone to them. Okay,
but their research and development department, their stuff collecting dust. I'm more than sure of it.
Mark, that X-Star Premium camera was cool until the Phantom 4 came out.
Yeah, I agree.
I was about to say that.
I agree with you 100% with that. I can't say nothing about that.
Came out because it actually it never flew as good as the Phantom.
Hey, broke necks.
There was a guy who did a video of a race between the X-Star Premium from startup.
What's up, Nunya?
To fly out and come back.
Yeah.
With the Phantom 3 Professional. And the X-Star Premium got up in the air faster. And as soon as the Phantom got up in the air, it caught up to him. And when they got to the stop point to come back, the X-Star Premium kept going and the Phantom stopped.
They call that the school bus factor.
So it never flew well.
I've never seen an X-Star Premium. I've seen people flying in sports mode and just take their hand off the throttle on a Phantom 4 Pro, and it slide maybe a foot, 6 inches to a foot, and just hover right there. And I've seen a guy do the same thing with an X-Star Premium and a Phantom, and I call it the school bus feature, because imagine a school bus moving at 60 miles per hour. Well, when you slam the brakes on, it's going to slide for about 30 feet.
Yep.
If it don't bust the cab.
The only thing I seen the X-Star do was crash. All I seen was videos of that bird crashing everywhere.
Jay Santiago says 383 gimbal features an Ultra HD camera with the 1-inch sensor for 6K and still photos up to
6K,
20.
yeah.
Will record video up to 5.5K at 60.
Just the bottom.
4K. Now see, I've been waiting for 4K at 120. That would be nice, provided they do it. Dual sensor gimbals provide an infrared that takes images at 640 times 412 or 320. Okay. So supposedly, from what this sounds like, and Sean, help me if I'm wrong here, it sounds like Evo's trying to step the game up.
Right, get ready for that.
Potentially, but you have to wonder where the technical specifications come from.
I will never put no orange bird in my repertoire.
Get ready for that.
What'd you say? You'll never own a great pumpkin?
Because DJI is funny. They only see it as how many drones I'm not selling.
True. That's true.
I learned with DJI.
Well, you know
sit
what?
back and wait. No more jumping out to nothing
I've been
else.
waiting for 4K at 120 because I'm tired of having to drop my resolution to shoot at 120 to slow something down.
Yeah, but Lawrence, keep in mind though, we gotta also keep in mind about people with bad eyes and glasses and TVs changing resolution.
Oh, you got jokes.
You're never gonna see it. No, I'm just saying you're never gonna see that anyway. People are never gonna see that, bro. People are never gonna see what these cameras is 8K.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's binocular. It's just spending money. It's just spending money, bro.
I agree with you, Ray. You know why? I agree with you.
And you cropping you doing work on production. You cropping yourself down.
It's okay. We didn't
that's
need
too
it
much
anyway.
work. Too much work to try to please a normal eye that only can see at 2.7K.
I agree with you because now computer screens can put out 6 million colors. Well, all I know is I can see 6 of 7. One of them's clear, so I can't see that.
I'm just saying, people's eyes is getting bad, and nobody's eyes is built to see no 10-bit colors.
No,
right?
True,
Let's
you're right.
It real. Your mind, you can't even process that. You can't even process the 8-bit that the first.
No, nonetheless, you can't even see it because your computer screen or your television, like I have a 39-inch, your computer screen or your television can't produce that.
Yeah, but see, the point being, though, is this old guy can't see it anyway. I don't care what you put.
That's my point. So you can buy all these gadgets, and, young people ain't watching this. There's older people watching that already probably got potentially bad eyes. Young kids they really ain't getting into stuff. So
what you saying, Ray? We should just switch to black and white and say the hell with it.
Shoot 1080p. Shoot 1080p. Everybody can see 1080p. Yep. 1080p is crisp. It's crisp.
That's your bird, John?
I shoot 4K and I bump it down to 1080 because TVs and computers can't watch my videos.
What's Big John got there?
That's his new bird. He's muted. He doesn't know he's muted, but he's muted. Now he'll hear it 4 seconds. No, he's in the chat, so he should hear. No, I
just cleared out. I had 3 accounts with a firm. I just paid off all the stuff.
I'm giving him this radio.
I have a $10,000 limit with a firm. I'm waiting for DJI to come out whatever they got, but they better come out with something more than a 20 megapixel camera because I refuse to buy another 20 megapixel camera. I have a Phantom, 2 of them, and I have a Mavic Pro 2.
Unmute,
you gotta
John.
come better. You gotta come better. Either 25 or 30 meg for me to go.
There you go.
I agree with you 100%.
It don't make any sense.
We do not need another 20 megapixel camera.
We don't.
And considering already, the DSLRs are already shooting in 8K. Easy. You can get a DSLR 8K. You're gonna pay the price of a car for it, but you can get a DSLR that shoots in 8K.
I just bought a 4K monitor, a 32-inch 4K monitor. It cost me like about $600. Just so I myself can see my video in 4K. Myself. I'm not worried about people's eyes ain't gonna see it anyway. Just myself.
Right.
I wanted to see. I told you I bought that graphics card. It's a $400 graphics card.
Because before you
I'm about to build this stupid computer, yo. Stupid.
Yeah, well, all I can say is I hope that they do increase with it, but here's my problem. They're going to 8K, right? Everyone says, oh, 8K is cool. Nobody's actually seen 4K yet.
I'm trying to tell you.
Just now.
Casting in it.
No one's seeing.
Someone told me it was Wednesday.
What happened?
I didn't know it was Wednesday. I'm behind the day.
Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, Justin.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, lucky.
Candy yams, papito.
Candy yams, okay. That's what's up.
Nobody can make yams like me. I'm sorry to everybody out there, whoever thinks that they can come close to my yams. Papito, you got something coming, papi? It's not happening.
John is naturally like that. He doesn't need Red
Only
Bull.
thing about his candy yams, you better have your insulin right next to you, because all that fucking sugar now. Here's my leggers. Look like you're about to die with his candy yams.
You already know, papito.
I saw that mud in there. That shit was sweet. What?
You know how much water you're gonna have to drink?
Straight IV.
Exactly.
You know how much water you're gonna have to drink?
You gotta pump them out the syrup and drip dry.
Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, Justin. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you.
Thanksgiving,
brother.
everyone. I'm gonna be flying and
You'll be flying.
yeah, I got the.
And we covered a little bit of everything tonight, Justin.
Yeah.
Yo, Justin, you gonna fly, bro? What's up,
From law
papito?
to
Oh,
toys.
Justin, hold on.
Back again.
Hold on, Justin. Tomorrow, John's coming out here between 10 and 12. What's up?
Yo, look,
I gotta
guys,
go.
if you guys are interested, my wife is making coquito and she's selling the bottles like this for $25 a bottle. Coquito, papi. Anybody's interested, holla at your boy.
How you get empty bottles?
I don't even listen. Don't ask questions.
You got them in Bacardi bottles. I'm just like, how do you get empty bottles?
You drink.
You drink, papi.
You know, if we order some guys, we can keep John happy. He'd be over there in the bottles to fill them
I'll
up.
be having 3 different birds, papi. Come on, support the cause.
You won't be able to fly them if you empty them bottles to fill them up.
Right?
And my
give it
got
to
the
my wife,
GoPro,
empty,
so
papi. I don't drink. I don't drink.
What
I give them to
happened?
my wife.
What
I got the
happened,
GoPro
Justin?
from the same guy. You got it on eBay.
You got the GoPro?
Yeah, they're pretty good. I got a.
Congratulations. Yes, for those of you who don't know,
Yeah, baby.
I have a link. I don't know how many they have left, but they have GoPro Hero Session 5.
Guys making GoPros.
Okay, $100. You can't beat that.
So he's got the GoPro machine down in the basement making them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it come with a free bottle.
He put
You hear that, John?
the Chinese camera and you get a 3D printed copy of the
Yo,
GoPro
Herman,
and put in there.
it's
Send it, bro.
$6.59,
Send it. I'll
We
use
need-
it.
We need to do a drop, bro.
Okay, let's get this drop and get out of here.
Come on back, Sean. Where are you? Wait, where's Ray? Where's Ray at? Come on back, Ray.
He's out there looking for those empty Bacardi bottles. He wants to fill up.
So anyway, Justin, before we do the drop, while we're waiting for Ray, John's coming out here from 10 to 12 tomorrow. I got 2 batteries charged. I can charge up 3 more. You're more than welcome to join us.
Real quick, Lawrence, do you have any 4S batteries with this connector, the small
The XT30?
XT?
No, all I have a 3-cell. Hold on.
Okay.
All I have a 3-cell like that, but you're more than welcome to use them if you want.
So,
I'm gonna start
Lawrence-
charging tonight.
Lawrence, you're going to go
Well, I mean, that-
in the 45-mile-an-hour winds around. Good for you.
I got a racing drone, Holmes. My joint does
That one,
50.
that one can only take 4S and 5S, I think.
Oh, no, that's bull. That's bull. It'll take the 3S, but it won't last as long and it won't have as much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it won't have as.
Supposedly, it's supposed to go, I think, 80 and 90 miles per hour. From what I
Hey,
was
Paul.
Can I fly it? Can I
Hey,
fly
Paul,
it?
Yeah.
can I tell you something?
fly.
This bird right here that Hadley built for me,
Uh-huh.
when I got it, was doing 65 out the box. I slowed it down to 50 so I could control it.
Lawrence, let's
Justin,
get
Yo,
this.
Justin,
Now,
can I fly it, bro?
Justin
Excuse
did.
me.
I slowed down Justin's too. Justin's was faster than mine. Justin's did about 65, 70, and I slowed it down to about 60.
Yeah.
So
This
in
Justin's
45
bird
mile
is
per
bad
wind,
as bones, bro.
Drop so we can get out of here.
in 45 mile per winds, I laugh.
You
at
selling that, Just?
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by.
Those guys.
Woo!
Like to
I-
thank
this is
everyone
my
in the
first
chat
show.
for coming and hanging out with the panel. Like
John,
to
don't
thank
go nowhere.
everybody in
Man,
the panel
thank you
for coming
for
and hanging out with me tonight.
inviting me, guys.
Don't go
Thank you for
nowhere,
inviting me,
John.
man. I really, really appreciate it.
Hang out, guys, and on the panel can hang out afterwards. I just want to let everyone, just tell everyone in the chat.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving.
Ultimate
Happy
Truth.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanks for coming and
Stay
hanging
blessed
out
and fly safe, guys.
with my crew of guys here, and have a happy and a safe Thanksgiving.
Baby,
Yeah.
please.
And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those.
Yeah.